record.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are here with Stefan, one of my best mates, and he has done the 12-week journey, which is fucking exciting. And we're going to talk through his journey, you know, before the program, during it, and now where he's at, which is, I think about 6 months after the 12-week program now. So this is great. So we can see what the impact's been long-term, bro. So welcome, Stefan.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, brother. Thank you so much for, man, I'm honoured to be here, bro. Like, this is good. I'm really good to share my experiences working with you, bro. Can't wait.
Love it. All right, man, let's get into it. Let's start with where you were at before the 12-week program, man. So before we met, just tell us about where your life was at then, man.
Yeah. So, mate, I was probably similar to a couple of dudes where they found themselves in a relationship that was extremely toxic. I was with sort of an ex-lover, girlfriend, you might say, and it was really volatile, really in terms of really toxic and up and down relationship for the both of us. And it came to a point where really a lot of who I was and was starting to be lost in that relationship. And I was really, giving her all her needs emotionally and none reaching mine. And in that point, I was very much in love and very much in a caring state for this person. And I don't think that was reciprocated. So being a guy, being an alpha male, it didn't sit well for me emotionally. It really sort of, it hit my ego, hit my heart. And I found myself really lost because I was, like some guys, really torn and in love with someone, but it wasn't reciprocated the other way for whatever circumstances. So that's where I found myself 12 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Appreciate the vulnerability. I remember that as well. And yeah, a lot of guys will be in that position where they've given so much of themselves, so much of their heart to another woman. And for whatever reason, it's not reciprocated, or like a lot of guys, I know you were in a kind of hot and cold situation, like it was really great and then really bad. So beautiful, man. So that was then about, as you say, about 12 months ago. And then we obviously met, and what made you decide to do this 12-week program? Talk us through that process for you.
Well, mate, knowing you through the game, where we're in similar pathways of with our businesses in terms of being online and helping people respectively, I knew, all elements of my life were going really well except for this one thing. And I was in the quest of self-development, the quest of self-improvement. And I knew exactly, from speaking with you and connecting with you and knowing you, I knew that what kind of integrity you had as a man, your care and need for your clients were amazing. And for me, it was a no-brainer. When I had an issue, I knew you were someone that could solve it and did solve it. And, we reached out to each other almost cosmically. And the rest is history, isn't it? It's been amazing since.
I love it, bro. And that's a really good way to put it. A lot of guys are in that position where it's like, okay, these other things are in place, their finances or their career, all of that. But the relationship is often the toughest thing to get in life because it's the matters of the heart. Yeah, awesome, man. So let's, let's go to where you're at now, which, as you say, is about 12 months later now. Where's life at now, bro? Tell us about that.
Life's great, mate. I've been with my partner now for a while, a new partner, and she's everything I could ever wanted. And I asked the universe and I asked you to help me. I was looking for the ability to be able to see someone who would care for me as much as I care for them. And that's what came into my life. So now I am Italian. I'm a wog boy like you. We can say that out loud on these recorded testimonials. But I was living at home and that was fine. But now I'm living amazingly with my partner. And we're looking at the next stage of our lives. So we live together now, and we're living cohesively. It's been amazing. And she's got someone who's she's just someone who I can connect with on a deeper level, emotionally, physically, and she's anyone I could ever ask for, really. So I'm so honoured to have her. Yeah.
Fuck, that's beautiful, man. So you're in a really beautiful relationship now. And I guess tell us about, you were saying that before this journey, you were really struggling, I guess, with your own self-worth because you're in that hot and cold relationship. So you've talked about where your relationship is now, which is amazing and happy, and you're living with how would you describe your own like self-worth now, self-confidence?
Yeah, I mean, at the stage, the self-worth, I was an alpha male, really. I thought I was. Someone who loved my sport and, go out with the boys and was successful in my own right, my business. And so it was a real attack. It really makes you vulnerable because the one thing I wanted to control more and more and more in my life, I wanted an outcome more than anything else, was the thing about relationships and being the feeling of being loved and the feeling of being acknowledged and accepted for who I was. And it came down to really my own self-worth at the end of the day. That's what it really impacted down to the end of the day. What I realized is regardless of the partner, regardless of the situation that we live in, our self-worth is our self-worth, and it's something that we create and only we can create alone. No person, no thing will fill the void of self-worth. And so for me, going with you on this journey was just a discovery of self-worth and knowing what I am capable of, what I am worth of. And then by that magnetizing effect, I was able to create what I want in my life. And so self-worth has been huge. I feel like if someone was to leave me today or tomorrow, it wouldn't be a reflection of myself, a reflection of themselves instead of me. So that's a really good space to be in, I feel, because I don't feel like I'm dependent and I feel like my love is focused on just purely because I've got a great partner who accepts me. I feel like it's because I accept myself. Yeah.
Man, that's a beautiful way to put it. Yeah, exactly right. Like, I love what you're saying that like your self-worth is your own now. It's like, even if I lost certain things, whether it's business things, relationship things, my self-worth is independent, or what we often talk about as unshakable confidence. Yeah, that's awesome, man. And I guess when you look back on that and the 12-week journey, which was a little while ago now, but like, there's certain parts of the process or the coaching with me that you look back on and you're like, okay, that was a pivotal thing that really changed me, that really grew or developed me.
What were those things?
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah, mate, it was you. Let's not be all cliche, but it was your ability to be able to systematically connect things together and to show me logically, not just emotionally driven, but logically why things are happening. It was your countless support, calls, texts, and our sessions that you didn't worry about the time. You didn't worry about what was going on. It was just simply based on, your feeling connection with myself. And so that's probably the most best thing. That was the best thing about the program, the ability to we were able to chat. No walls, no judgment, no anything. And we were able to systematically link things together for me to understand where I was at and where I could go. And through situations, through the program, a lot of unexpected things turned up between me and my relationships. And I feel like you were like that super coach on the side of the footy field. You had your hat on, you had your whistle, and you were working me through cone by cone, play by play, what I could do, what I should do, and how I should feel and what I could feel. So I'm eternally grateful for that. And in terms of the actual process of the plan, the 12 weeks, I mean, looking from week 1 to week 12, again, it mirrored the things that you spoke about. It mirrored my growth and it mirrored my acknowledgement, acceptance of where I was at. And so starting from where we were, talking about unshakable confidence and unbreakable sort of belief in yourself until the very end of that self-love. So for me, it was, it was just epic. It was awesome.
Oh, I love it, man. That's beautiful. And so it all came down. I love what you're saying, that it's that connection that we had together, and it's like the coach, it's like play by play all the way through. That's beautiful. And so if you imagine that you're talking to a guy that is where you were at, 12 months ago now, like, maybe coming out of a breakup or just low self-worth, wondering if he can find that, person in his life. What would you say to him? Like, what advice would you give to a guy like that?
Well, mate, I would say the investment is crucial to understanding yourself. I've spent a lot of money on self-development, business courses, self-healing, self-worth, spirituality things. I'm quite open to do that, to self-develop and self-grow and whatever it is. And for me, if someone was sitting in a position, I was sitting across from me on this table, and they said to me, mate, what do I need to do? It'd be really simple. Is that if you want to improve your life, you want to improve your self-confidence, you want to improve your self-worth, you want to have unshakable, unbreakable determination and worth about yourself, and then you want to you need to get over a breakup, and you want to start to find the love of your life and find the love within yourself first to find the love of your life. Then you need to speak to someone like yourself. You need to speak to James, because you know the game, you know the ins and outs, you know the playbook, and you know you got to seek advice of people who are doing what you want to do better than you. And at this stage, mate, you are the best in the business. You are doing what people want. You have what people need, and you're doing it better than other people. So, you know, I recommend you, my friend.
That's beautiful, man. Touches the heart. Thank you, big dog. And it's amazing to see, like, fucking 12 months later, you're killing it in business, you know, finance, but most importantly, the love for yourself. Yeah, the love in your relationship with yourself, and the relation and your actual relationship, and living with her, and loving that part of your life, man.
I wouldn't have thought 12 months ago that I'd be in this situation feeling as happy as I am right now, feeling content. Overseas travel planned. I've done overseas travel already with her. So I live together. So for me, 12 months ago, being, like not playing music in my car because I was so upset, just trying to console my own thoughts, to now living that life of fulfillment with that ease, that real ease when you wake up and go to bed at night. It's that real ease. So I'm so grateful.
Oh, beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Stefan, you've been amazing, bro. And this is going to help so many guys out there as well.
That's it. You got to take the leap of faith. You got to trust the man, and mate, it all comes back, doesn't it? So go for it, guys. That's what I recommend. He's the king.
Thank you, brother. All right, bro.
Thank you.
Amazing to chat again. Peace out. Good luck, man. Cheers, brother.